Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist, Cross-Banlist Cup. Indeed, back at Group E. Right, we have the last matchup here, and then you know the two decks, so the first place and second place deck list of this particular group, that will be moving on to the top 16 playoffs. So, both these decks can definitely move through, both of them actually, if this matchup is, or it would be ending up in a 5-gamer, right? I mean, it depends on their, their respective matchups, right? Anyway, so which deck has the advantage? I guess I could definitely agree that Electrumite Turbo, in theory, should have the advantage over Infernoble Knights. Then again, I mean, we know how strong Infernoble Knights are, and of course, for both decks, going first is important. Then again, Infernoble Knights, as you see in the deck list, this, specifically chosen that it was going to be a 40-card deck list. And going second is at least the deck definitely has options going second with that Dark Ruler no more in the main deck. But let's keep in mind is that post side deck, the Pendulum deck has access to artifact sides with Sanctums as well, and there aren't really any outs. Outside maybe Imper, but there's Vortex for potential negation. So Pendulum's going first, having access to a couple of Electrumites, Astrograph. This is actually Dark Pendulum, the Supreme King Pendulum, something like that. So the deck, again, OCG version, has some gimmicky ways, but then again, I guess I need to play around the Dark Ruler no more, and there are options. I think one of them is going for Omega to at least get rid of one of my opponent's cards in their hand, set up one negation and double hand trap. I mean, I don't think it was an option to Pendulum summon one of those, right, since Ghost Ogre is good and Ash Blossom, obviously, right. Plus Vortex is still there for the Omni Negation. I do go for my Omni Negation here, because again I have two, hand traps still there, just in case, here in this case Ash Blossom for potential Hellkey. So I think this should have been my duel either way. So Pendulum's going in very strong. Game number 2. Immediately, like this opening hand wasn't the best. Again, Maxi is never going to resolve, and very similar to Master Duel format, it get ashed, or at least it got ashed, right? Unless I'm mistaken, yep, it's still in the graveyard, so I think it indeed got ashed. So drawing the Pendulum Graph Trap is not the best, since I have that Pendulum Magician in hand as well. Odd Eyes Revolution, I believe that's the name, right? Searches your Dark Worm. So this opening hand is okay, but you know how Infernoble Knights work. They take so long, especially if it's not sped up. The combo, I guess, is standard. You are going for Savage, I guess, securing yourself for any hand traps, but I mean, for Pendulums there aren't really that many, especially after your Maxi is getting like blossomed, right? So, Aurora Dawn for whatchamacallit? What is the name of the Mega Phantom Beast? I forgot, when it's like special summons 2 tokens, you know which one I mean. Yeah, Charles in the end phase getting a peek at your opponent's hand because of the Smoke Grenade. It's banned, right? Yeah, I think Smoke Grenade is banned. Should be. Some time ago, but what can I do against this? Your opponent gets like free information about your hand due to Smoke Grenade. They, outside of course the draw, but then during your turn, they have a Savage Negation, they have Herald for an Omni Negation, so in just in case, no Droplet, even though it's not in here, but you know what I mean. And Charles as well for the free pop, so that's just far too strong. Plus, there is indeed follow-up play, because the deck is, was able to search that gear free as well. So okay, 1-1, and again, Pendulum's again going first. I think I still need to go first because I side deck in the artifact package. So I think 1 or 2 sides, depending, if I find the space. And of course, triple Sanctum. But none of them. It's fine though. So again, Electrumite for some shenanigans. Surge a Pendulum Graph Trap. That's important for a potential Dark Ruler no more, right? Set up my Pendulum Scale, no hand trap, so that definitely helps out. Go for a full Pendulum Summon, so that's fantastic. There's a couple of options or combos you can do, but I opt to burn through a second Electrumite. By doing this, I can go for a Summon Sorcerer and a special summon a Spellcaster here in this case, which this play is very iffy, because now I don't have any Link 2s left in the extra deck, but I think my field/hand is strong to survive. As in, you know, here in this case, with this particular build, if it wasn't for Dark Ruler, you can use Helki to tag out for the level 4 Synchro Tuner, the Crystron, you know which one I mean, and then immediately go for, what is it called? The Odd Eye Supreme King one, the level 8 Synchro that as soon as it hits the board, Ragekis your opponent's entire monster board, right, with any Dark Pendulum monster. So, plus an Omni Negation for Vortex, Called By, and the Pendulum Graph Trap. And the Herald was kind of, well, surprising, that's not really the correct word, but Call By the Grave saves the day. So this should be my duel, because I think we know the Gearfried is there because it was searched, right? Right? I think so. Not sure. Anyway, so go second. I indeed slide decked in evenly matched, but again, no hand traps. That's a bummer. that's such a bummer, because you know how the combo is going to end. Charles, well, eventually popping Smoke Grenade and then Smoke Grenade, getting a peek at my hand. And obviously, you're probably going to discard evenly matched, and then, as you see in my hand, not too many follow-up plays for next turn. I side-decked out the... I forgot the name. It's the Pendulum... Well, Pendulum Magician Pendulum card that can be special summoned off of Astograph. You know which one I mean. It's level 5, I think. Again, I needed some, you know, space for those side-deck cards. So, yeah, what can we do? Again, full combo. Any outs here for that particular deck? Problem is that there is an Omni Negation, well, double Omni Negation actually with Herald. You have Savage as well. There is a monster to pop. I mean, to kind of protect Herald, right? You can pop something with Charles during my turn, and, you know, all cards are banished. Depends, right? But you know what I mean. So I don't think there is any out. Darkroom as a draw, it's definitely not going to cut it. I guess, yeah, you can indeed tribute the Herald to prevent Darkroom from searching, I guess, another scale, you know, scale 0. Set up my Pendulum scale, but this is definitely not going to be enough. Pendulum summon for 2, I guess, but, I mean... are you really going to pop? Yeah. Yeah, of course, yeah. The Astrograph is indeed going to get negated from, you know, because of Savage. I do go for the Battle Phase, try to get rid of my opponent's field, and I almost did it, but it's not going to be enough. Purple Poison indeed popping the Savage, but, you know, next turn Charles. Yeah, Charles wasn't able to be targeted, that's the thing. Because of the equipped Infernoble Knight, right? So, yeah, next turn, I mean, imagine, like, Charles being popped, there is still the Gearfried, right? For some more negation, there's still another Helki, but then again, I'm not really sure, what are the other cards left in? Access code, obviously, yeah, for the big push with Gearfried, and that should be almost GG. Unicorn is in the extra deck? Not sure. So, a 5-gamer, both of these decks are going through. You know, it's I guess the principle of which deck goes through with 9 points, so the maximum amount of points. And you know that Gofu back in the old school days was a 1-card full drawn Sayuja, because my hand isn't the best. So I opt to go for Sayuja draw, and then I go for a weak, I get impermed, go for a weak Pendulum summon for the potential Electrumite and see what I can do from there. But I get Nibiru. I guess, you know, dodging Nibiru in the previous, what is it, 3 to 4 duels, I guess getting nipped in game number 5 is reasonable. You know, going for top 16 and didn't really matter. Well, it matters a little bit. You know, first place gets to battle against the second place decklist in one of the other groups. So I guess it kind of matters a little bit. But then again, like, all the decks from the bottom part are ridiculous as well. So, same Infernoble Knight combos, and the deck is going to win it pretty much, right? It speaks for itself. It can indeed pop... will eventually pop the Nibiru token and eventually attack for a game. So, I guess in all honesty, if you take a look at, like, again, the more recent deck having access to the powerful cards like Nip, Dark Ruler, even though the Ruler wasn't a win card previously, it could be definitely. It's still a strong card. But then again, yeah, I didn't draw Sanctum. That's the thing, right? Imagine getting nipped, but you know, nah, probably not, you know, because of the Astrograph, yeah. But still, I mean, not having access to Sight definitely hurts. Imagine Sight and then giving me an extra turn? Yeah, who knows? With Electrumite, it could have been something, but it wasn't the case. So, next matchup is going to be a cool one. Back at Group B again, we have Blackwings versus Tellarknight. So that's like, what is it, 6 years difference between both of these decks. So again, like always, feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lead signing out. Peace.